Let's take a look at how to link text information or value fields between, say, one piece of text and another, or text that's inside a block as attributed text. Now, this is not a very complicated concept. It's not very sophisticated in its use, but there are times you might find this particularly useful. And it came up in a previous video where I was just discussing interior elevations. So to begin with, I will just zoom in down here, and I'm going to write a piece of text. So I'll just do a M text with a width of 0, and I'm going to type in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to go ahead and copy that text over, and I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to highlight all of that, right click, and introduce a field. In the field, I'm going to go up here to the category and set it to objects. I'm going to go down to where it says object. I'm now going to go over to where it says type and use that little selection icon to select the previous text. And then down here where it says contents, I can go ahead and pull the value of that piece of text over into the second one. So it's just a field. And now when I hit enter and get out of that, this, you can see, has the gray background and it has a field in it, is now reading the information from the first piece of text. So if I go in here and I can either wipe it completely out, I can type in A, B, C, D, and then I just do a regen. The second piece of text reads the first. So of course you could do things like you could add value like this, right? Because it's just a piece of text. And so now value will equal whatever is over here. And if I just put in 2025 and then a regen, I will now have, so that can live anywhere in the drawing. Now, one drawback when I first discovered this was I thought how neat if I could pluck values out of other files, but it doesn't work that way. When you go to select objects, it won't let you jump to another file. If you go in here and you click that icon, it's not going to let you jump over. I thought that was pretty slick if it would work like that. So it's a very simple tool, but there are cases where you might find that very useful. So for example, or just to expand on this idea, let's go down here. This is Archidim's customized annotation tools. And for very simple drawings where you don't want to use slabs or spaces, we gave you some room tags that they're basically for AutoCAD use, if you think about it. These are just blocks with attributes to just label rooms very quickly. They are dynamic blocks. So if I go ahead and enter or bring in one of these and pop it into about this space, I now click on it, and it's it's got all kinds of little things in here that you can change. It's just a dynamic and annotatedly scaled block. But if I bring in another one, let's bring in this one over here, and I place that over here, I can link the information. Now the reason I'm discussing this is because these are attributed blocks, so you can pluck out the attributed information. So for example, if I go over, let's see, take this, and I'll set carpet to, say, tile, and I'll regen to show that. There we go, tile. So now, if I go to this second block, now keep in mind it's a block, it's not a multi-view block, it is a regular AutoCAD block. I can go in here, I can wipe out this area with a field, or it has a field in it, but I'll go ahead and modify that field to object. I'm going to go ahead and use the select object, and I'll pick the first one here. And now all I have to do is find the attribute name. So let's see, it would be the suffix. Now I think it's the same, these blocks use the same name, so I think it's this one here. And it says tile, so that's correct. And then I'll go ahead and click OK, and apply, and OK. Now if I do a regen, this one is now linked to the other one. So if I were to go over here, even though it has the dynamic property, I'm going to change the value to wood and do an REA. This one over here will change to wood because it's reading the information out of the attribute. So that's kind of cool. Now we'll get to why I even brought up this whole discussion. And in the previous video, I showed our customized interior elevation callouts or titles, which is this here. That is, it's a dynamic block. We changed the ones that Autodesk supplied, which are I think it's a block with a line, and I don't know exactly how they work, but we turn them into attributed text with a dynamic block. So the whole thing is it's a single thing. And what we added here was a custom view group, which you don't have to use. Of course, you could always go in here and just clear that out, and there's nothing there. But what I wanted to show was that you could use this little trick to link the view group category, like I showed down here. You can link it up to the actual symbol. Now, keep in mind, this will only work if these two blocks live in the same file. So I'll go ahead and click here, double click. I'm going to go ahead and double click there, and I'm going to go up here to Object, go to Object here, and do the selection. And I'm going to jump up here to where the symbol is, which is right here. And I want this upper part. So let's see, it should show the attribute view group. We created a custom, call it an attribute label or title, which is called view group. So as long as you see that view group in there, that's the name of the attribute field. You can go ahead and click OK and apply and OK. All right, and so those two should now be linked up. So if I go ahead and I manually put in view group, I think in the previous video I called it view group B. So I'll go here manually. I'm going to go down here on the properties line in the lower left, and I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to manually place B in there as the view group name. This should now show B. So if I do a regen, it'll now read that. So I can, if I did that, repeated that for each one of these, and let's see, I'm not sure I can do them all at, no, I can't do them all at once. I don't think so. Let's give it a try. Always fun to do something on the fly. So then we'll go down here, and let's see, view group here. Let's see what we can do. No, you can't jump in and do, no, too bad. So I would have to link those manually. So go up here to Objects, Object, and just jump up here. All right, and get the view group. All right, so now the second one is done. A little tedious, but if you know that that's something that's going to change, whoops, it's going to change. Oh, I did that one. If you know it's something that's going to change, it might be well worth the time required to do this, and you'll get faster as you do the repeated work. And let me just do this last one here, and I think that pretty much covers this little tidbit of information that might be useful to you, hopefully. And I'll just close out now by making sure that one is, yeah, so they're all linked. All right, that's it.